Israel is known as a startup nation, and the small country is a leader in science and technology. While it might seem like innovation is effortless in Israel, there's a lot of work put into it, as well as a lot of rules and regulations. Israel's Minister of Science and Technology, Ofir Akunis, is here with us today to talk about all of this and more. Thanks so much for coming in today. Now, I want to ask, what do you think about the new coalition?
Next week, I hope that the Knesset approve our suggestion to build a new coalition. It's not a new government, it's a new coalition. Actually, last May 2015, all of us thought that it will be a good idea if Mr. Lieberman will be part of the government. Okay, so it takes 1 year, and 1 year is next week. He will be a part of the government. Israel Beitenu will be part of the Likud coalition. It's much better that we will be 66 instead of 61. So simple.
Definitely. It's a math game.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, on a different topic, I want to ask you about the French Peace Initiative. How is that affecting Israel?
We are opposed to the French initiative, and the reason is not that Israel don't want peace and don't want to negotiate. The opposite is the truth. We want to negotiate with the Palestinians. We want them to come to the table again, because they ran away from the table. As you know, it was Abu Mazen's decision 3 years ago. We want them to negotiate with us directly and without preconditions. We can accept the fact that the French can be involved, but they can watch the negotiation. They cannot be part of the negotiation because we don't have any conflict with France or with the United Kingdom or with anyone else. We have the conflict with the Palestinians, and they are from this studio in Tel Aviv. It's something like 35 minutes to Ramallah, and it's 15 minutes between the Prime Minister office in Jerusalem and the Mukata in Ramallah. So they want to talk, they want to speak. We are for it. We want peace. We want peace with them, like we want the peace with Jordan and with Egypt. But as we did with Jordan and Egypt, it was direct negotiation and without preconditions. They want preconditions. They want us to say from the beginning that we agree to withdraw to 67 lines and to split Jerusalem. It won't happen. If they want to speak, so they will come again to the table. We will start to negotiate, and we'll talk about whatever they want around the table.
Definitely.
And directly between Israel and the Palestinians.
Definitely. Now, moving to a slightly different topic, you were recently in the U.S. Can you tell us more about your trip?
Yes. I was very happy to meet with the Jewish communities in Philadelphia, in Baltimore, and in New York. First of all, I appreciate their support. I think that it's very important. We need the support, and I want to tell you what I told them last week. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about atmosphere. I'm talking about ideas. I know that, unfortunately, especially in the West Coast, the BDS initiative is, unfortunately, they are there in the UCLA and the universities, in the institutes. I don't want them to come to the East Coast, not to Philadelphia, not to Baltimore, not to DC, not to New York, not to Boston. I said that it's a very ugly initiative. If we talked about direct negotiation, there's a conflict. Okay, we know that there is a conflict. It's not new. It's for 100 years already. So they want to solve. They want to solve the conflict. Even the BDS supporters, they should put the Palestinians under pressure to negotiate with Israel, and not with the ideas of boycott and the other ideas, and of course their lies, because the BDS initiative and the supporters, it's all one big lie about Israel. And I asked the communities in Philadelphia, Baltimore, and New York last week to support us and to struggle, the BDS supporters in the universities, in the institute. I met the Hillel students. Great people, really, great. And I appreciate their support. And we talked about the other issues, even about the coalition. They asked me a lot of questions.
Oh, it's good. They want to know.
They want to know because, as you remember, last week we talked about national unity government with labor. Okay, now we have a new government with Israel Beitenu.
Definitely was.
Yeah, but they were very interested.
And it's good. I think it's fantastic they're taking an interest in Israel.
I'm very for it. I asked them to come and visit Israel to see from here, from this place, from Jerusalem, from Tel Aviv, from Haifa, from Beersheba, from Yokneam, to see the high-tech nation, just to see the state, all of the, the world innovation is coming from. It's from here. It's from this place. This is the beautiful place. This is a beautiful place. This is all what is good in the Middle East and not what is bad in the Middle East, like our enemies, speaking about us and talking about us.
Definitely. Now, changing topics again, I know you're going on a trip next week as well to OECD countries to speak with them about a number of things. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, first of all, the visit is to Paris. I'll meet the OECD ministers. As you know, Israel is part of the OECD organization. Why? Because we support the free markets, and we are a free market. We are a very stable economy. With I suppose that all of you saw this week the numbers of unemployment. It's 5%. The inflation is very low. We are a very stable economy, and we support the free markets. We want Israel to be a free market state, and we are. And we don't want all these socialist ideas, because we think that it's wrong for the economy and it's wrong for the citizens of Israel. So we will are going to speak to the General Assembly of the OECD in Paris. I will tell them the good things about Israel, about the Israeli economy, and I suppose that they want to say to me some things. I listen to them very carefully.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And final question. What are some economic initiatives that Israel has with other countries currently?
I want to tell you, all over the world, from the Far East, in Europe, of course in North America, in Latin America, all of the states looking at Israel and admire our economy and the high-tech initiatives that starts here in Israel. It's not, they call us the high-tech nation.
Sure.
And they want to cooperate and to collaborate with Israel. Why? I will tell you, I'll give you an example. I met the Chinese Minister of Science and Technology in Beijing. It was, I think, at the end of 2015. I have meetings in North Korea. I'm supposed to travel to India in November. And of course, I signed an agreement with California State two months ago. All of them want to learn from us how such a small country and a young country, from here, the great ideas of the world. I'm talking about the Copaxone, Waze, Discon Key, even the cherry tomatoes, and of course the Iron Dome system. It's coming. It starts here, and it's going all over the world, and all of them want to cooperate with us. This is the real situation of the state of Israel, and not the lies of our enemies. And I'm gonna do it, and I'm doing it all over. When I meet the ambassadors, and I meet the ministers of foreign affairs and ministers of finance all over the world, including next week in Paris, as you said.
Well, fantastic. It sounds like you have a lot of good things coming up, as well as the state of Israel.
And I'm very optimistic about Israel.
Definitely.
I'm very optimistic about Israel.
It looks like a lot of good things ahead.
You're right.
We all are. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.